is Jamie. I live in Saudi Arabia and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It did today. Ooh, oh my gosh, it did. So let's get into it a little bit. I think today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a full face of NYX take 2. I did kind of one of these, but it was a little bit not all NYX, but I have literally almost a completely full face here in front of me. So I think I am missing mascara, but I'm not gonna go buy mascara for this exercise, but y'all can deal, okay? But also I don't have NYX lashes, sorry. So, you know, whatever. I have almost all NYX except for mascara, eyelashes, as far as I can tell. So if you're interested in that, feel free to stick around. Comment, subscribe, like. Those are all good things that are welcomed and appreciated here. And thanks. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna get started actually on my complexion first. I tend to do my eyes first, but I actually have been preferring to do my complexion these days. So I'm gonna start with the NYX Plump Right Back primer with electrolytes. I have been enjoying this. You can see I have used quite a bit of it. It works nice. It's definitely not like an everyday thing for me, but I still really do like it. It does tend to help things stick a bit better. I think what I'm gonna do, I don't know, do I glue my brows first? It's not silly how I glue my brows because I don't really have much hair to even work with. By the way, these are not real. Like, that is my brow hair. It's pitiful. I'm gonna go ahead and try to glue it up a little bit with the NYX brow glue. I just have it in clear. I don't believe in the use of colored brow glues, personally. And especially not for me, it would just make a big mess. I'm gonna kind of set that down just with the end of a brush. Okay, there you have it. I don't know if you can see anything. Sure, why not? I'm gonna do a bit of underpainting, I think, today, and I'm gonna be using the Wonder Stick from NYX. This is in Universal Light. I have used this before. I quite like it. I'm gonna start there. The only thing I don't like is how you have to like ring. I'm just gonna do it with a brush. This is my normal foundation brush. Let me see, yep, there's plenty left on the brush. From my forehead. I like how smooth it actually is. I think it's quite a good product for underpainting. Maybe not on top of other products, but you see that? Like from back here, it's fine. All right, next up I have the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in the shade Light. I think this is a teeny hair, I wouldn't even say too dark, but it doesn't give me like a brightening effect on my under eyes, which is also fine sometimes. I have prepped my under eyes a little bit with some oil. This is from Drunk Elephant. It's just a little sampler, just to kind of try to wake up my under eyes a little bit. I've had a long day. It's, well, essentially my Friday, but Thursday. And to be honest, I kind of like to just use my fingers lately with this concealer. I'm not gonna do my nose so much yet. I need to worry about my nose later. And then I'm gonna just take a damp sponge and bounce it in. I feel like the overall effect of this concealer is really, really nice. It may not even really be too light. I might be just saying things. I don't know. It's actually quite fine. So in the wintertime, I really like the effect of this foundation. I really like the finish. And I'm a little disappointed in how it has been with me lately, but it's getting hot and I'm a little grease ball. But overall, I really love this foundation. This is the NYX Born to Glow. I have it in the shade Light, and I also have it in the shade Porcelain. I bought a backup. I heard a nasty rumor that they were discontinuing Born to Glow, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna live that life. I don't agree to that. So I bought another bottle. It kind of smells good even. I'm gonna take my brush first and just kind of bounce it around. And you see how that bronzer, the Wonder Stick, just kind of is melted into my skin. It's really nice. I just wish the longevity of this foundation were just a teeny bit better on me overall, but it's quite beautiful. I'm going to take some NYX Matte Finish, and hopefully this helps. I'm going to spray that on my sponge and kind of just melt everything, hopefully. And maybe encourage the foundation to wear a little better from the get-go before I set everything with powder or go into my powders. So that is all of the liquid complexion products at the moment. We can kind of move into a different zone. So I'm gonna kind of put this on my eyes and let it sit for a minute and just see how it goes. This is the primer from NYX. I haven't ever used this. This is a brand new bottle. I hope. There's a chunk right at the top. I'm a little concerned because it's not pigmented. I usually prefer a primer that is pigmented and kind of cancels out the tones of my eye, but it's not mad yet. We'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna kind of just let that sit and dry for a moment while I do my eyebrows. Of course, I have the Lift and Snatch brow pen from NYX. It is in the shade Brunette. It does kind of, it's doing it right now. It does kind of bubble up, you see, the ink, and I've had it stored sitting upright, so it shouldn't do that, but I feel like sometimes that happens and it wastes the product. This is my second brow pen like this, and it did the same. Okay, done. Simple, easy. But again, there's a lot of ink running down the side of that pen. Ugh, I hate that. I'm going to go into a new to me product. This is the Highlight and Contour Pro Palette from NYX. So I didn't get into all of like the pressed powders and stuff. I'm not really into that, like the individual ones. I just went ahead and thought to myself that I should just buy this. So here we are. I am looking for, I think, a puff, and I'm just going to take my puff and go in to this one, and I'm just going to kind of set my under eyes a little bit, not a whole lot. It does kind of look like there's a highlight shade in this. My under eyes are a little textured, but not terrible. I really like that concealer, and that did really set it down nicely, honestly. I'm gonna try to contour my nose, just a hint. I think I'm gonna go into this shade. Yeah, it's Toffee. Might test it. A bit warm. I'm gonna go into Sculpt. We'll see. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's a little dark, but I can blend that, you know? Okay, that was actually somewhat pleasant. I might put a little more, or like blend it rather a little more close. I don't know, what do you think? That didn't do a bad job. It's a little stark on this side, but I can work with that. I'm gonna go back into my puff and kind of run that up on the sides of my nose a little bit. I'm gonna take a bit of an angled brush. I'm gonna go back into that shade Sculpt. I'm just gonna press that into my cheek. That kind of the hollows. It's really doing a beautiful job, honestly. I don't know why, I've been in a very like, I'm gonna carve out my cheeks kind of mood. I don't know why. Sometimes I really like to, and sometimes I really don't. I'm gonna take a warmer shade, definitely. I think this one. Tan? I don't know which one's which. I don't know. This one, under the lightest one. I'm just gonna kind of, ooh, it's pigmented. It's more pigmented than I thought. I'm just gonna kind of warm up my cheeks a bit. I used a bit too much on this side. It's much nicer than I thought it would be. There was just something that I did not like about the look of this like face palette for no good reason. I think it's just the plastic of it. Like it just kind of makes it look underwhelming and cheap, but this is nice. So here's where we're at. We're a little bronzier than I would have liked, but that's okay. I have two of these blushes now. I've had this Silence is Golden shade, and this is a great blush. I love this blush. I use it all the time. And I ended up getting this shade, which is a bit odd. It's in taupe. So I thought to myself, wow, that could be a nice contour shade. And I did not need contour shade. I'm gonna use it anyway. So we'll just see. This may turn out so silly looking, but I don't care. I would say that's the exact same as what is in the palette here, but that's good to know in case I ever want to take one versus the other. That is so dumb looking. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, I think I could use this as a contour shade. That is definitely not a blush on me. Who would it be a blush on, I ask? I'm gonna try and save this. The Silence is Golden. Just start to look sickly. Okay. All right. It's not supposed to look like this, but I mean, that's what I did by accident. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this shade here. I got interrupted. I did this side. Look how nice. Let's do this side. Oh. That is just soft, natural, pretty. I like that. NYX? NYX? You silly whiskers. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. Same way as I did earlier. I'm hoping that this all kind of stays. So I don't have a loose powder or like a setting powder per se, but I think it's fine. I'm really into this face palette. Totally. Okay, now, this is the thing. Here's the deal. I've never in my life, tried a NYX eyeshadow palette. And I have been eyeballing this palette for a solid 1.5 to 2 years. Easy. Something like that. I ended up getting the ultimate Utopia palette. Did I need 40 more eyeshadows in my life? No, not at all. 0%. But there are some shades that I think that could have been omitted, but as with anything, that's fine. I'm really attracted to this color story. I think it's really super pretty. The advertisement photo for this palette is terrible. I can't believe anyone approved of that promotional photo. So I'm gonna see if this palette is any good. I know that there's a big palette, I can't remember exactly what it's called. There is a big palette from NYX that does rate pretty well. So I'm curious to see how it goes. I've never, ever tried a NYX palette. So today is the day. So I've heard the black in the NYX is good. These are all numbered, and I'm never gonna figure out the number, but okay, I'm gonna go into the black. It's this one right here. I really don't like the packaging. I mean, go figure, I don't like the packaging, but that's okay. I'm not like super into, I don't like this brush. I'm not super into like luxe packaging. I don't really care. Like a cardboard package would suit me just as well, but I don't like this really flimsy, flaky plastic, you know, like it's just gonna crack if it ever gets sat on, you know? Okay. I am loving this highlight. I really like that highlight. It's just natural. It's just really, really pretty. Definitely a palette that you could do a lot of all matte looks with. I'm not so much into that, but it's nice to have options, you know? Okay, so that's the black, that went down, fine. I'm really interested in, I don't know, a purple. I'm interested in going into this color. Man, I like a lot of these colors actually. This is a very fall color story to me, but I still really like it for this, like fall, winter. I'm thinking I'm gonna go into this shade here. It's a little bit cooler. Personal bad habit of mine is that I really need to not like kind of just put down the color and not want to blend it right away. Like I need to put down the color as deep as I want it to go and then leave it, like tap it on, rather than try to put it on and blend it as I do it. I'm really bad about that. So there's some of that happening here, but it's really not the palette's fault. Okay, so here we are. And now what I think I want to do is I want to blend out with either this color or this color. I'm thinking this taupe color, honestly. This one. I bet if you swatch this palette, it would swatch like garbage. I'm not even gonna lie. See that outside corner? That's not unusual for me, but it's definitely not what I would like. I'm not in love with that. I'm gonna try to mix it a little bit on my brush. Okay, that is a little better. Good. It is better. So I've kind of mixed those two last colors, the purple and the gray. And now I'm just kind of using it to blend it out on my eye. Okay, it's certainly not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not. there's a bit of probably, I think, user error, more so than anything happening. And I am wanting to take it quite far out, so that's not the issue. I want to go into this very pastel purple shade. I'm going to put that in my inner corner and then out. I am really trying to fill that space through here, and it's doing a nice job. It's not like a super pigmented pastel by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not bad for what it's doing and for what I'm trying to get it to do. Not really a drugstore person per se. Like, I don't live for things at the drugstore. It's fine. Like, I don't know. It's not for me. It's fine. So I think I'm gonna cut my crease and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, now, because I wanna use a lot of shimmers. You know this, I hate this packaging. So I think what I'm gonna go into first, I mean, I have a lot of inclinations of what I wanna go into, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do quite yet. I'm thinking this shade next to the green one. It's kind of, oh no. It's kind of just a dark shade. And I'm gonna kind of put that on my outside edge to blend from matte to shimmer, which is exactly what this is doing. Cool, good. I do kind of like a dark shimmer to do that, to just start the blend from one to the other, so I don't have to go back into my dark shadow and, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know. Next, I'd like to go into, this is actually kind of an interesting, like, taupey shade. This shade right here. I've color switched off my brush. This almost has, like, green flecks in it, almost. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have pretty much the rest of it matte. So I'm going to go into this very light neutral shade, this one right here, next to the pink. I think I'm gonna get some glitter glue, and I'm gonna go into a more foiled shadow. It's actually working really nice. This is pretty. I'm usually not a fan of just a matte cut crease, but in this case, it's really pretty. It's all kind of blending really well together and just sitting well. I like it. I'm gonna go back and kind of wake up that taupe shimmer just a little bit. Also got some NYX glitter glue. I've been wanting to try this. Everyone really likes it. I'm a hoe for a good glitter glue lately. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh, it's nice. It's like the BH one. Cool. Okay. Just tap it. I'm really not upset with these shadows, to be perfectly fair. And I'm way not upset with that highlight. I feel like I'm a little bronzy, but that, yeah, we know. Bronzer got away from me a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna take this silvery foiled shadow right here, this one, again next to the pink. Yeah, it's that foily shadows that we're used to. Yeah, pretty. Just for a little bit more intrigue, I guess. yeah, okay. Purple, the light purple again. Going to bring that down a little bit. There's a little fallout, but not terrible. I'm gonna just take my brush and dip into that dark purple and that taupe. I really don't focus on my lower lash line too much. I want the cohesion, but I don't want the, I don't know, fuss, I guess. I'm sorry, I had to take a vegan shawarma break. I know you understand. It's so unfortunate when you really like something off of a menu and then they keep the same menu item, but it changes. It's not the same. I'm gonna use this, that's the Point Hella Fine liner. I'm not sure I like this product, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna try and get into my inner corner a little bit. It almost seems dried out already. I've maybe used this 3 or 4 times. Ugh, see, and then yeah, it just blops into my eye. It's not like evenly distributing from the point. Ugh. Okay, we hate this. I'm gonna try to fix it with this Epic liner in black, which is a brush tip. There we go, much better. I mean, I kind of look crazy now, but at least I can make it make sense, you know? This would stop being an absolutely filthy mess, but I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. Oh my god, Jamie. Not good. Not good. This is not the fault of the product, this was me. I'm gonna attempt to fix this off camera, and when we come back I'll have lashes on to disguise it anyway. Alright, it's a little drag queenie. I put on some like tricksy lashes just to cover up my mistakes, but it's okay. It's makeup. It comes off. You know what I mean? I might try and just, I don't know, make this not look the worst if I even can. Is it possible to make this not look terrible? I don't know. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to line my lip with probably a liner that does not go at all with this look. So be prepared to be like, JB, that doesn't go with that look at all. And I'll be like, you're right. But this is what NYX product they have. Okay. It's all very much, you know, like you gotta make a plan, and I didn't make a plan, but whatever. So this is in the shade Mahogany. This is a lip liner. It might work. I don't think that's gonna work. We're gonna go with it anyway. I've pretty much decluttered all of my NYX lipsticks, so I'm just gonna do this. This is milky. This is not gonna go. This gloss, it's in Mint Chocolate Chip Shake. It smells divine. And yeah, this is gonna look dumb. So what? And I got lip liner all over the applicator. Because why not? But it smells so good. I do like that. Ooh, I do like that. I like that a lot. This eye look did kind of end on a low note, I will say. I'm not exactly happy with the geometry and the overall look of this. But you kind of saw the mishap in real time, so sorry. But we're trying products out today. We're not holding anything too accountable for how it looks on me currently. But I will say, I don't think that's the Point liner is that good. I don't really like felt tip liners typically anyway. Oh, now you're going. It just won't on just won't draw on more product. It won't draw on top of more product. So, not sure on this. Don't know about this. The Epic liner is really good. The brow, we already know, really, really good. So, the things that we know of that are really good are mostly the complexion products. I've used all of those on camera before and I'm really, really happy. However, the face palette that is new to me, this is kind of a standout product to me in my collection. I really like this, and I actually much prefer this to my BH Shade and Light palette. I may replace it with this one. I don't like the packaging at all, but what are you gonna do? It's NYX. Who cares? You know what I mean? We're not gonna split hose. We're not gonna split hairs over that sort of thing. So the other surprise in this is the Utopia palette. And you know, for NYX, for a drugstore brand, this is not a bad quality eyeshadow. I'm not mad about it. I think it's really pretty. So the Utopia palette, I think really suits like my style, my aesthetic, kind of grungy, kind of neutral, a little bit of like glammy, and goes very well from light to dark. I'm not upset about that. I'm a little upset about how expensive it was. It was 184 real, down from 200, which is more than $50. And with the import, I think that's why it's so expensive. But y'all in the States, you gotta know, it's real expensive. NYX is a bit more expensive here, and everyone kind of complains that NYX is not actually that expensive, or not that affordable for a drugstore brand. So keep that in mind. But yeah, the powders all worked really well. I'm really happy with the complexion products. Lip products, I'm happy with. Like I said, the kind of two standout pieces from today that I'm really excited about and will continue to use happily are the Utopia palette and the face palette. This is quite nice, I will say. I'm just kind of adding my 2 cents, my hat in the ring with the NYX full face. Lots of people have done this before me, and lots of people will continue to do it after me, but you know, consider this my contribution to the brand NYX. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I look crazy. Bye.